So Lise, what are both of these babies are doing here with you? Hello everybody, how are you? I'm Lise from Lise, and I don't remember which episode this is, but I guess around the 30. And this is a knitting podcast, dyeing podcast, all fibery related podcast. And I welcome you. It's been a long time that I haven't been podcasting in this channel. The reason are very simple. First of all, in the summertime I don't have a regular connection, so it was very difficult for me to make a video and then upload it. It might have taken like a week to upload a video, so I was like, okay, let's forget about it for a couple of months. But then I was traveling in festivals, and now I was for 2.5 weeks in New York. Yes, New York State. So this is going to be my video with all the adventure stuff that I did, and fiber related crazy things that I did in these 2.5 weeks. I'm very thankful for anybody who came and talked to me, anyone who recognized me. Like, people recognized me in the US. Oh my god. I have to say right up front that this was one of the most humbling experiences that I ever had, as having Lise, my brand of hand-dyed yarn. I loved everybody. I didn't have any problem with nobody. Okay, and if I had, I wouldn't say it. But I really am thankful for everybody who gave me their opportunity to be at their shops, at their homes. Everybody was so welcoming. Oh my god, I need to come again and see you guys. I already miss you. The most difficult part of being a dyer or a designer, I think, it's because we're working from home and there's a lot of time going into what we like to do and what we want to do, and most of us are introverts at some level. For us it's a huge energy breakthrough to go and see everybody, and it really, I think, gives purpose to what we're doing. At least for me, I think the most difficult part that I need to deal with when I'm coming back is that I have to be alone now and work again alone. I just had so much fun with all the people. But I think that's just one part that makes it all more exciting and also more special. What do you say? The first day was an exciting day because I traveled to New Jersey by myself with the bus. There wasn't any trains that day. So I took the bus and successfully went to New Jersey. I did it! Yeah! So it was really great to meet Karen, finally, in person. And who else was there? Who else was there teaching brioche? I think that it was like the brioche love and day. Lavanya Patricella was having 2 classes, one beginner's class and one more advanced. And it was amazing meeting her and chatting and, talking about our brioche love. And she's so cute. She's so nice. And I really felt, that I want to meet her more. I want to hang out with her more. But of course, she had her lessons and, I was just roaming around. I had my trunk show. In the morning, it was a bit more quiet, but then people were starting to come. So it was great to meet up with her clients and also her staff members. They were all so adorable, so nice. Really, it was a big, heartwarming, welcoming. I really appreciate that. I also had a crazy issue because when before I left home, I just had a new phone and my files didn't sync. So all my inventory for the trunk shows, I didn't have it. So I kindly, you know, send them a message if they could do it for me before I came. So, you know, if there was any people in the morning, they wouldn't have to wait for me, you know, to just count everything. And they were very nice. They did it. They were very, you know, accommodating. Yes. So I was very, very happy with all my experience there. And yeah, the girls that work for you, Karen, oh my god, they're so nice ladies. Like, I think even if I wasn't a knitter, I would come and hang out with you guys. Like, really, really great. There were the clients that Karen has, they love the shop, they love the atmosphere over there. And I think, you know, some of them knew me already, which was like, oh my god, thank you, you know, for following me. So it was, because it was like my first trunk show, and it was really surprising that people, you know, already knew me or they followed me. And I don't want to say that I didn't think that, you know, people don't know me, but it's that it's my first time going to the States as Chilis and working for Chilis. And I am more well known in Europe, and also in the States you have all those great, you know, dyers that are amazing. And for me, coming, you know, and just having people coming to me and telling me, oh, I love what you're doing, and it was really, really heartwarming. And thank you for everybody who did. Like, I'm gonna probably say that every time talking for a yarn shop or anytime that I was around knitters. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So while I was at Degen, I didn't get any yarn because actually, is it silly for me to say that I didn't have the time to look around? I was really stressed, and it was my first trunk show, and I was really stressed, so I didn't look around. I wanted to seem, you know, really professional, standing there with my yarn, talking with clients, figuring out fades and with my yarn, with other yarns, you know, combining them. And I really loved that atmosphere. At some point, I was looking at, I had with me some knitted things with my yarn, shawls and, you know, sweaters and everything. And then Karen, they had a whole selection of things, you know, knitted up with yarn that they have in store and everything. And oh my god, you know that I'm not a pink person, but look how bright this is and how wonderful. So this was a sample at Knit, and as you can see, I have it now. I have it now because Caroline, the woman who knitted this baby up, apparently she's the machine of the store, and she makes a sweater in 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, she does. So I was like, kind of jokingly, while I was wearing it, saying, well, Caroline, if you do knit sweaters as fast as that, well, maybe you can knit one for me, you know, or I can have this one. And she's like, you can have it. And I'm like, no, you understand that I'm joking. And she's like, no, you can really have it. This shape isn't working for me, and I want somebody to wear it, and it looks great on you, and you can have it. And I was like, what? And she said, well, it's a sample now for the shop, so we should ask also Karen, but she wouldn't mind. And guys, she didn't mind. But I couldn't believe that she would part of this beautiful work, that I kindly told her, thank you very much, but I don't think I can take it. Like, it's too much for me to have. So I just folded it and put it in the corner. And while I was going away, she was like, Liz, no, it's yours. You have to wear this. It's gonna be worn. And I'm like, really? And she was like, yes. So you guys, this is my new sweater. it's the Westknits go to raglan, and you can see what yarns she used, because I don't know what yarns she used, on her Ravelry. She is Cali Claire on Ravelry. I will try and put all the details over here. Yes, you guys, it's amazing. I've worn it twice already and I love it. I will cherish this forever. Caroline, if you see this podcast, thank you again. I think it's the only needed thing that somebody has gifted me. I always am the one who knits for others. So I can't say how thankful I am, and really, just thinking about it, I just want to cry from happiness. Like, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so then I had a really crazy adventure to go back at home because trains weren't there. The bus, I was waiting for the bus 35 minutes and it didn't came. So I'm like, okay, I'm over with that. I'm gonna take an Uber and I'm gonna go home. I don't care how much I will pay. Well, I cared, but let's say I didn't care. So I get the Uber and we are in the pole thing, so we have to get some other people, you know, first, and then it's my turn. And we are dropping people off, and then it's my turn, and he says that we have to go from New Jersey to the city. And he's like, oh, I don't have my Easy Pass, so we can't go. And I'm like, I don't really mind, I will pay the toll. And he's like, no, I can't do that. And I'm like, oh my god. I started feeling dizzy. I hadn't eaten anything all day because I was so stressed out for my trunk show that I was like, okay, please give me a solution, because I'm not from here. It's my second day here and I can think. And he's like, maybe I can get you to Newark and get another Uber from there. And I'm like, just take me somewhere that there's people. Either I'm taking an Uber, or if there's a bus or a train, but somewhere that I will not be alone waiting. I was like, okay. So in the end, he got me to the Newark Penn Station, which is a train station. Thankfully, people helped me because I had a big suitcase with me with yarn. And they helped me. My Metro Pass was working for that. And I ended up to the World Trade Center, where I could take the subway and go home. So it took me around 3 hours to get home. So I felt really tired. At some point before arriving to the Penn Station, I was feeling really dizzy and I needed air. So I thought that I was gonna faint. But everything went fine, and yes, it was okay. When I knew that I was on the train, I knew where to get and how to get home. I wasn't really, worried, but I was a bit worried when I was feeling dizzy, and I was like, I need to get some air. I need to get out. I'm feeling dizzy, and I took just a few moments for me to clear out my head, to take deep breaths, and then I was fine. But it was a bit a crazy day. Yeah, it was. Okay. Then I had a couple of days to walk around the city to do some, touristic things. That's the time when I went to the MoMA, the Modern Museum of Art. I'm not gonna talk right now to all the touristic things of what I did. I will do that in the end. But oh my god, meeting Jackson Pollock was the highlight of that day. And not only, and Monet and Frida and Dali, but all those I had already met in other, in other museums around the world where I have been. But, oh, Mr. Pollock, you have my heart forever and ever and ever. Okay. You will see me later on going very, sentimental about art stuff. Let's keep that for the end, okay? Okay. So, I went to see Kristy Glass. I met Kristy Glass at her apartment. Oh, how cool is that? Okay, she welcomed me, and I think for a second we were like, ah, and she was also, ah, and I couldn't believe like she was fangirling because, okay, she is Kristy Glass. She is the podcaster of the podcasters. She is the person who knows everybody, and she smiles to everybody, and she has this positive energy. And yes, so we talked like literally for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we just set up and recorded. And I think that's a very smart thing to do, because then you get, you know, a more real response of what we're talking about. And it's really, really great. I loved it there. I loved the feeling of being efficient and professional while being also kind of fangirling and being silly and being excited as well at the same time. And I loved it. In the beginning, I felt a bit weird, you know, like, you know, don't forget we're also talking to a camera. So I have no idea of what I look or what we said. We said a lot of things, but it was great meeting her. I have no idea when the interview will go up. I just told her, just please let me know, you know, but I have no idea. And maybe that's good, because it's also gonna be a surprise for me. But it was an amazing time. Thank you, Kristy, for having me. It was really, really amazing. So the next thing that I had was a trunk show at Knitty City. I just went the day before because I just wanted to check the inventory because of my phone file system, you know, craziness. But I was really happy that I did that because, you know, I wanted to talk to people, and also because I don't have this, you know, trunk show experience. I wanted, you know, to get into the feeling and the vibe of how each shop was doing it. I didn't want to, you know, upset in any kind the way that they're doing stuff. And because, you know, when people have the habit to do something in a certain way, I think if I can do that, you know, more easy to them, I should, you know. And I just went to see them and talk with them, and it was amazing meeting Melissa. And she's also a yoga teacher, so we had like an aha moment that I'm doing yoga, and that's so cool, you know. And then the next day I went there with my yarns. People came. I met so many people. I met John New York. I met Caro. I met Brooklyn Boy Knits. Because also the day that I was there, it was on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, they also had their men knitting nights. And for me, being in a men knitting night, it was, oh my god, this is amazing. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. There are pictures. People took pictures. I don't remember what pictures I have from my trip, but I loved it. At some point, it was crazy over my trunk show. Then people were coming, they're going, you know, they just came back. And a lot of people didn't know me, which was great because, you know, I get to introduce my yarns to new people. And the response was really positive, and I loved that. The response from Knitty City was really, really great. Actually, when we were talking about the trunk show, they were the only ones, you know, who told me, okay, we would like approximately this kind of yarn, this kind of you know, quantity, and then you can take, you know, whatever is left afterwards. And I was like, okay, afterwards I will be having a trunk show at Rhinebeck, I can take it, don't you worry. But they asked me if I could leave the yarn there and if I had more to bring more, because they really liked it for the show. So yes, Knitty City is going to be a retailer for my yarn. Oh my god, yes, I have a retailer in New York City. So it was an amazing it was an amazing feeling, you know, that you're being accepted, and they really made me feel like being someone of the family. I have to say a big thank you to Melissa and Zach and everybody there, and also to Pearl for sending me also this beautiful email afterwards that, you know, whenever I want to come back, that I'm welcome. If I have any idea to do things with them, that they will be more than happy. So this was really, really heartwarming, and I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity and love. I also finally met Nancy. She's on the Instagram getting purling with it, and she has this beautiful sweater for test knitting, and I'm gonna test knit it because I tried this baby up and I loved it. And we were talking about, you know, what are you doing this weekend? And the weekend I was going on in Rhinebeck, but she couldn't because she had to work. But she was going to this other new shop in the Hudson, she told me. And I was like, is that the Observatory Shop? And she's like, oh, how did you know about it? And I'm like, girl, you know, I know everything. No, I'm just really, really like being, you know, funny and being a bit, you know, sarcastic. I'm like, I knew it. You didn't? She was like, no, I didn't. How do you know about it? And I knew about it because Amanda, one of the two shop owners of the Observatory Shop, told me about their project, and that they were going to, you know, start this shop. It's gonna have like other things but also yarn, and we were talking about a collaboration, and we were thinking like maybe if their openings are when I will be there to do something together. But it didn't work out because they weren't sure when they were going to open. But I told her I would really like to go there, and she's like, I'm going on Sunday, but let's go on Monday. And I was, yes, let's go, I would love to. So we had also this appointment set, and it was great. So yes, I'm gonna talk about more about Nancy when I'll be talking about the Observatory Shop, but it was amazing, and I really, really have to say a big thank you again to the Knitty City for having my my yarns. So if you are in New York, or if you go by New York City, you have to go to Knitty City. It's on the Upper West side, and it's really, really cute, and they have amazing collections of books, of yarns. They have a lot of yarn, so if you want to see the trellis yarn, just ask them, where is the trellis yarn? Where is it? Show it to me, I want it. Because color is power, fibers are weapon. So yes, and I loved being at the men's knit night, because I think men have a different point of view of, you know, things, and I love to see all men of all ages knitting. It's great. Like, people, come on, men, just start knitting. It's not only for girls. Yes, do it. And they gave me a sense that they were much more empowered and much more manly in a certain way, because they didn't have this taboo of, you know, knitting, it's for girls. Like, who cares what the stereotype is? I found them really brave, and I love that. Yes, I really do love that. And Cairo, I'm not sure if I have. Kairos was making color work on a cardigan, and he doesn't have a pattern. He's like making it out of his head. I think I have a picture of him on Rhinebeck. I will try and find it and put it here, because oh my god, that was great. Okay. So that was it for the first week, and then we have the crazy weekend that started on Friday. On Friday morning, I'm heading to Shamika's house. Of course, Shamika was all around in all those peripecies, okay? Yes. And Shamika had to finish her Rhinebeck sweater. But not only to finish her Rhinebeck sweater, she had also to finish 2 sleeves on her, I think it was the Sunway sweater. Yeah. The Sunset Highway sweater. Yeah, sorry, I'm just mixing up all the names. Yeah, so she had, I think, 1.5 sleeve on the Sunset Highway. Sorry, I'm just mixing it up. So sorry, Caitlin. Sorry. And then she also had, no, she was finishing her Sunset Highway all week. Yes, okay, here we are. And then she had to finish her sleeves of her Zweig. Yes. So during the week, she was like knitting the body of the Sunset Highway, which was gorgeous. She dyed her own yarn. I loved it. Bravo, Shamika. I loved it. We exchanged also tips of her, you know, if she wanted this to look more, you know, if she wanted an end result more speckled or not, how to do it, and stuff like that. She's amazing. Like, Shamika, for me, is amazing. I didn't stop telling her that she's amazing. Shamika is amazing. So then, breakthrough. I don't even remember when I said that. I told her, you're amazing. And we laughed so hard about this, Shamazing, that now other people also call her Shamazing. So yes, if you are referring to Shamika and how cool and amazing and friendly and awesome she is, you are welcome to use the word Shamazing, because she is. So we are on the road, and then we went to a friend of hers, Ashvi, and we take Ashvi's car because Ashvi, she's a wonderful friend, and she decided to drove so Shamika can continue knitting on her sweater. Yes. So I think while we were going, she was knitting on her Zweig. I'm not sure what she was knitting, but in the end, she finished both of the sweater and she wore both of them. How cool is that? I would never do that. I'm sure of it. But I don't know. She has this persistence and to do it and breakthroughing like all the week before going to Rhinebeck. She didn't sleep before 2 a.m. She was knitting on the sweaters like crazy. Yes. Okay, I just had to send a lot of love and saying how Shamika is amazing. She's amazing because she is. So we are, you know, going, the three of us and another friend. I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name. And we were going to Rhinebeck. We went to their house to drop their stuff. I was going to be staying at another place, which was a woman, Julie, that works for Knitting Garage. Excuse me, for Leah. And they welcomed Dee later that day at their house. So we just left all the things and waited for other people to come, and we had to be at 1 at Untangled. Of course, I didn't have a ticket. Because, of course, I decided for all this great adventure later on, and the tickets for Untangled were already sold out. A week before Untangled, no, I think maybe 15 days before Untangled, they had just 20 more tickets on sale. We tried, me and Shamika, to get me a ticket, but we didn't. We weren't able. It went so fast. So I said to Shamika, it's okay. You'll be from 1 to 3 at Untangled. And we were at this little cute town named Sogerties. And I told her, don't worry, I will find things to do. I'm also a tourist. I will go around. But Shamika was really sad, you know, because she thought that I would feel left out. But I wouldn't. Like, really. It was okay. The funny part is that I was waiting for them, you know, to get in line and to get inside. And I'm, you know, people were coming and checking out their tickets. They're giving bracelets to get inside. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave you, you know, have a great time and everything. And just behind me, Gigi made it was there, and she's like, where are you going? I have an extra ticket. And I'm like, what? Shamika was like, oh my god, Liz, this happens only to you. And I'm like, thank you, universe, for loving me. Like, thank you, really. It was, you know, so funny. And because like we were talking all about, you know, how I didn't have a ticket, and then Gigi was like, I have one ticket, you know. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Gigi. So I just PayPal her, we found the lady that was, you know, checking the tickets, and I had my wristband. Yes. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Gigi, because Untangled was really the highlight. I loved it there. And we get inside. Kristy was there, you know, taking videos of everybody. I got to meet in literally maybe 2 minutes all the cool people. Like Lisa and Melissa from Espace Tricot was there. Andrea Mowry, Caitlin Hunter. I loved to meet Condis from the Fiber's Daughter. And yeah, I'm saying the Fiber's Daughter with a smile. I'm gonna tell you the story before afterwards, but it was great. I saw also Spensicle Yarns. I wanted to say hi to Nicole from Zilakou. I just saw her, but she was really busy, so I said like, I'm gonna come, you know, later on to see her. But when I got back, she wasn't there. I was like, ah, that's too bad. Because I wanted to thank her, because last year I won her Christmas yarn giveaway. Who else was there? There was so many people, so many people. Yes, maybe I should show you now what I got from there, right? Okay, so in the Untangled was on Friday, and while we got inside, they were giving those goodie bags, and they were so great. They had several things inside. So one of the things they had, of course, we had some pens, Casa Pinka pen, and this one is Leading Man Fiber Arts. Then we had several coupons and, you know, wonderful things. I also was very happy, and it was so unexpected because I didn't know that she was there. Woolly Wormhead, she's the designer behind all those great hats, and she's just an amazing designer. I love her so much, and it was great to see her again because I met her and saw her for the first time in my first ever festival in Switzerland in 2015. Oh my god, yes. And then there was this great designer behind I Knit Paris, and it was just amazing to see everybody. They gave us this really cute stickers and, you know, really wonderful things. And I also met Stephanie Herb. She's the designer of this wonderful brioche sweater, actually poncho. I want to do that, but I'm not sure when. I really like it, and it was wonderful to meet Stephanie. And she knew me. I was like, huh, how does she know me? Like, it's been, yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah. And I also had, you know, little cards from people that I met. They also gave away stitch markers in the goodie bags, but I got more stitch markers from Quatrinkles. Of course I did. I had to. They have amazing stuff. I also got some... Oh, they also gave us this yarn culture team bag, and we had also from Espace Tricot those little cute tags that they say on the other side, what happens at Rhinebeck stays at Rhinebeck. It's cool, and I agree, because what happens in Rhinebeck should stay in Rhinebeck. We also have this beautiful stitch marker, a progress keeper, and also this cute stitch marker that somebody gave me. I'm sorry, but I have your card somewhere over here, but I took it away because I didn't want to lose this cute marker. So yes, so those were the goodies that they were inside, and also really cool yarn over track measure tape. Yes, because measure tapes you can never have enough, like really. So I was talking with the girls before going inside, and I said that I really didn't know what I wanted to take from, you know, I didn't plan what I should take, but I was thinking if I found a sweater in quantity, either for the sewed cardigan, either for the Tecumseh, one of those, that's what I will get. Caitlin Hunter, hi Kate, was at the Fiber's Daughter booth in the Untangled, and she had those really cute Tecumsehs and other sweaters, and because I wasn't sure if I liked the fit and how the fit would be on me, I asked them, could I try it on? And actually on Kristy Glass in the Untangled interviews, she's talking with Caitlin, and I am there wearing the Tecumseh that I am trying on, and I loved it. I loved the drape, I loved how it felt. I just asked, okay, which size is that? They told me it is the medium size, and I just had to have the yarn. And because it was designed with Fiber's Daughter, and I was in the Fiber's Daughter booth, and they enabled me to try it, I was like, okay, Condis, I want to do it. You know, how many skeins do I need for the background? She told me 4. So, wait a minute, I should get also my project bag because I have my contrasting color in a bowl. So my background color for the Tecumseh will be this. It is the Farmer's Daughter. Oh my god, and I'm saying the Fiber's Daughter. Sorry, Candice. So it is the Farmer's Daughter fibers, and it is Hill Country, and I had to take 4 of those, so I have 1 in a bowl. Then the part where there's those beautiful work, well, I will put the picture that I knitted. She has it as a dark gray in her original pattern. I took this beautiful caramel, the name is Weathers OG, and then the crosses in this beautiful mint, and I think the color name is Juniper. So those 3 colors, I started to work on mine. I should put a bigger cable, but I didn't have a bigger cable with me, and I have started it up. I like how the crosses, you know, mingle a bit with the background. I didn't especially want it to be very high contrast, and it's not, but I like that the contrast, it's from a warmer palette of colors with a bit of a cold in the mint color. So yes, that's my project, and it's living in my the yarn parlor bag, crazy bag. So this was my biggest purchase of the weekend, actually of the whole trip. Like in once I was like, okay, I'm done, I want those. And I didn't cast on immediately because I had my cowl that I'm designing. I wanted to finish actually that and then to cast on, and I did until I left. So yeah, it was great. It was really, really cool. Then we headed up to Needles Up. So Needles Up is organized by Chelsea and Sue from the Legacy Fiber Arts, that I love, that I couldn't wait to meet, and really, really was an honor to meet and sit with Sue mostly because Chelsea had Lily, her daughter, and it was the time to go, you know, and rest. But I'm really happy that I got to say hello, and I had some time to talk with Chelsea. Unfortunately, because everybody was kind of tired and they were hungry, they were like, Lise, come on, let's go. And I was like, just give me a minute. And they did, thankfully. And I talked with Sue. It was great, you know, talking to her and, you know, talking about everything and anything. It was really great. The one thing that I had to get from Needles app was from Woolyn. So if you don't know Woolyn is a beautiful brand that Martha works on, and she makes those little beautiful balms, hand balms, and it's lanolin rich. So my favorite ever, and it's funny because I usually don't like really sugary smells, is the Sugar Skull. It smells amazing. I had to get the eucalyptus lemon because I have issues with my sinusitis, and eucalyptus is key for my survival. And then the black orchid. Oh my god, it's so good. Literally, this bag smells amazing. Then, of course, because I decided we should use more organic soaps, I got 3 soaps. Okay, one is the luxury bath bar. That's how it's called. Look at this cute. And it's named Honeycomb. The other one is Sugar Skull, and the other one is Eucalyptus Lemon because I love eucalyptus. And I got also some lip balms. I'm not gonna show you those because I have also gifts. Yes, and I think I will give some of these as well. I also took some Legacy Fiber Arts pins because I love them and I need to have them. Yeah! So that was my Friday. Yes, Indian Tangle Needles app Friday. It was also great meeting up with Paige, the farmer, I want to say, but it's the framer. Sorry, Paige. We hang out each other sometimes in virtual knit nights, and it was really great to meet her, as well as another girl, Lise, at Rhinebeck. But Paige the framer was also at Needles Up, and we had great pictures. Oh my god, this is gonna be difficult to edit and it's gonna take forever because I will have to find the pictures, and I actually don't remember if I have the pictures or if other people have the pictures, but it's okay. I'm gonna try and work it out. So then we had to go to dinner, and it was really great. We had a good dinner. And then we went to Sogerty's local yarn shop, which was amazing. It's called the Perfect Blend Yarn Shop. It has also teas. Ooh, it was really, really great. And I got, you know, the ruler wrist. Yes, I got it in orange. I didn't want to get a second one because I had the first one, the original one, and I lost it. And then I was like really sad. And then I was like, it's okay, I'm over it, I'm gonna lose it. But then I opened one and it was orange. So I had to take it. I don't have it here, it's in the bathroom. So yeah, I just got it and it's amazing, okay? It's great, I love it. Then, Rhinebeck. On Saturday day, I was in Rhinebeck all day at the festival. I got inside a bit earlier on because the woman, Julie, that I was staying, she had a vendor bracelet and she had to be a bit earlier on. So we asked if I could be, you know, going inside with her, and they said okay. So, you know, they checked my ticket and we got in. So I was earlier in there. And I was kind of happy because I saw all the beautiful yarns before everybody. I didn't get any because I didn't have any other ideas of a project. Like I was thinking, you know, sweater quantities. I already had my sweater quantities. And then of course I fell in love with other yarns, but it was like, I don't know what I should get. But what I knew is that I wanted books. So I went to this wonderful books shop. Okay, let me get the books and the bag. I should get it. So of course, The Secret Lives of Colors. I need to have this book. Since the day that it went out, I was like, I'm gonna order it, I'm gonna order it, I'm gonna order it. But I didn't. But now was the time to get it. And I'm so grateful I did. I have multiple color books. Of course, I am obsessed with color. Like, hello, color is power, and etc. You know me. But for the people who don't know, I used to be an optometrist. So color and vision is something very interesting and for me, and I have lots of books about that, about the psychology of vision and the psychology of colors and all that. So yeah, The Secret Lives of Color, hello, need it. Then I didn't get it because I was thinking I'm gonna get more stuff. It was like the mending book. I really wanted it, but I was like, okay, let's take other things and see if you have the time to come back. But of course, then I forgot about it. But it's okay. Then I liked this. It is a Clara Perks book. It's been for a while outside, but I was like, it's okay. If I get an opportunity to get it, I will get it. Or I will order it at some point. But as it was there, I'm like, let's take it. And what really caught my eye was A Knitter Sees the World. And I'm a knitter, but I see myself more a dyer sees the world. And I was like half away, you know, and I travel a lot. It kind of talked to me, and you know, another reason to get it, or excuse. Then I remembered, oh, I should find the pom-pom booth. And then I just turned, and the pom-pom booth was just in front of me, and Oregon was there. And I was thinking like, oh my god, you know, I love your stuff. And I didn't say anything. I was like, hello. She just opened up the first page. Look at this beauty. How cute is the girl? How amazing. Like, so pretty. And she signed mine. I love it. And I just told her I love my Susu sweater that I overdyed. And it's one of the most difficult things I have ever done. And I love it. And I just said that to her. She is really tiny and cute. And yeah, I was very, very happy to meet her, even if it was like for a few seconds, you know what I mean. Okay, then of course Rhinebeck means a meetup at the hill. At the hill? Like, where is the hill? Like, it seemed so flat to me. I was thinking like it would be like a hill, but it just, you know, outside, and in just a bit of a corner that it goes up, rising. Yeah, so that's where the hill was. So it was great. There was a beautiful Ravelry meetup, so there were a lot of people, and they took a picture for Ravelry, and it was amazing. It was great. Then I met finally Leslie from Knit Graffiti. It was like my highlight. And we, you know, we were contacting each other like we should meet, and yes, let's meet up. I'll be there. Okay, me too. But you know, with the whole people talking to you, you're not really searching about everybody. It's like, I'm gonna run to them, you know. And then actually she saw me and she came running to me, and I was like, oh my God, like, you don't have to run to come to me, you know, I'll be running. And it was so funny. We hugged each other, and for some reason it clicked. I felt like I knew her forever and ever, and it was great. Like, we were talking and talking and talking, and it was really, really great. Then at some point I realized I haven't seen Nathan, the sock magician. I was like, where the hell are you, Nathan? I can't see you. Somebody then told me that he had a class, and I was like, okay, so you're out of the hook for the moment, but man, I need to see you, you know. Then of course it was so amazing meeting Connie from Knits. We had also a collaboration in the springtime. We also, you know, hang out when we can, either, you know, on Skype, sorry, I have something, or when we have any time frame free. And it was really great, you know, to be able to hug her and to talk to her face to face. Okay, Paige, I saw again Paige, the framer. Oh my God, who did I meet? And she was so cool, and like, you know, so cool and so friendly and so open, and I love her. Julie Asselin was there, and I got to meet her. I met Julie Asselin. Okay, and it was really great. She's amazing. We were talking, we were taking pictures with people, really, really friendly. I saw again Melissa and Lisa from Espace Tricot. Yes, it was really funny because when I saw them at Rhinebeck, I immediately told them, like, you know, I have an old classmate and she has a store just next to you. And they were like, really? Who is? And I'm like, Natalie. Oh, Natalie, oh, you know, and it was really fun. Yeah, and it was really amazing. I met so many people, other people, you know, that are having podcasts, big ones, smaller ones. And this was this lady, and she was saying, oh, I have this small podcast, a teeny tiny podcast. And I got mad at her, and I'm like, woman, you're doing what you like. It doesn't matter if it's tiny or if it's big, if it's successful. Do you like it? Do you like, you know, talking to that camera and feeling you have a message to say through? That's why you do it. It doesn't matter. Don't let the numbers get through you. I was like, okay, I dye yarn, I do a podcast. My podcast is also small because maybe I don't really care about my podcast. Not that I don't care, I enjoy doing it, but I am mainly a dyer and a knitter. And then if I have time, I will podcast because I like sharing with the world what I do. But I'm not living for or from my podcast. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she was like, oh my God, thank you. And then she reached out again to me and on Ravelry, telling me thank you, you know, because I talked to her and, you know, looking a bit more optimistic what she's doing. And I'm very thankful for that, for her sending me a message, and I'm happy to do that. I also have, you know, a lot of downtime and I struggle with some things. So if I don't struggle with something and you do, like, I will try to help you. It's funny because Shamika, she's a person that I really find amazing. And she was telling me, I love your optimistic side. Like, there's all this stuff going on and you're like, it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, I'm trying to be optimistic because the alternative is just sad. And it's not that I'm not gonna freak out. I will freak out. Shamika saw me freak out at some point. And I was like, I needed to talk to somebody because I needed to put my thoughts into place. And then I was like, okay, can I do something more than that? I can't. So if you can't do something for something that's happening to you and it's upsetting you, you can do anything. So, okay, live it. Okay? But if you're doing something because you want to share, you want to talk about it, don't feel bad because of numbers. Just do it. Okay? Do it, please. Okay. I got a bit passionate over there. So it was really great. Then I finally see Nathan. I ran into him. You know, everybody wanted his attention because, come on, Nathan is the best. He's so cute. He's so nice. He's so charismatic. He's just a lovey-dovey guy, you know. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but it's okay. You know, we know each other. So, you know, we had a big hug, and I just told him that at some point I need some help and I need some time with him when we are back from all the traveling. And he was like, yes, I'm very excited, let's work something together. So I'm very happy for that, because he had a lot of people. I didn't want to take his time, but oh my god, it was great seeing him, even for, you know, like these 5-10 minutes. It was great. He was also with this lady, beautiful lady, who was there with her daughter, and he introduces us. And she is the owner, one of the owners of Skein Sisters, which is a yarn shop in Sydney. And she was talking to me and embracing me, like, she knew about me. And I'm like, how do you know about me? And she's like, of course I know you. You're like a very good dyer. And also Nathan told me more about you. And then she's like, you have to come to Sydney and see us. And I was like, oh my god, I totally need to go to Australia, right? So I was very happy to see her, to meet her. We talked about other things, you know, about how do they like it, the traveling part of us being for the first time in Rhinebeck. And it was really a great moment to see her and her daughter and talking, you know, about their traveling program, and mine as well. So, of course, at some point in the end, I was lost. I mean, lost. I wasn't with Shamika or Ashvi because they were my ride. And we were just, you know, browsing around and being from here to there. Of course, I had to see all the animals. And there were so many. So many. Like, I knew I would be seeing sheep and llamas. But so many? Oh my god, it was great. And then the animals, like, people were sharing them at the time. There were babies. There was this baby that this young woman was holding, and she told me that it's part merino and part another breed that doesn't exist. So this actual cross is in danger. And the baby was so sweet. I was trying to figure out the name so I would remember, but then I didn't, and I'm so sorry. I wanted to go back, but then on Sunday I had the trunk show, so I don't know. So if you've been to Rhinebeck, or if you know which one is the endangered sheep species, just send me a message, please. I would love to know that. Yes. Oh, so I am lost, and I need to find Shamika and Ashvi, and I ran into Jan from Forever Dolestown. My first retailer in the US that I adore. She's amazing, and she was with Aquaman Knits that I adore too. So we were talking and everything, and I was, yes, I'm trying to go back to my friends. Maybe I should send them a message. And they wanted to go to Primrose Yarns, and I was like, oh, that's great, I want to meet her. So we went there, and I sent a message to Shamika through Jan's phone, because mine didn't have any networking, that we're going there. And they were like, yes, but we are there. And I'm like, okay, just, I'm gonna call you. So we went, we saw Primrose Yarns, amazing yarn, amazing dyer, what can I say, amazing people. I loved it all. But then I had to find out Shamika and Ashvi. So I called them, and they're like, we are there. And I'm like, okay, just wait for me. and it starts raining until I'm going, so everybody was from the outside coming inside, but it was okay. I found them. And then we were having a tour of things. I did some wine tasting with Shamika because she needed to get some wines. Oh my god, we were very happy after that. And then we just decided before going back to have some dinner to get some donuts. And while we were going to get some donuts in the fair, I really needed to go to the restroom. So I'm like, okay, just wait for me here for a second. And Ashley was like, yeah, I'm going because there's gonna be a big line. And I was like, oh, please wait for me. Don't lose me again. I really felt like a 2-year-old, you know, just being anxious. Don't leave me here. Because I didn't have any network on my phone. And Shamika was like, it's okay, I'll be wait for you. And I was like, yes, Ashby, please, wait for me. And she was like, okay. But it was okay. Ashby went there, and I was like thinking, oh my god, I'm such a brat sometimes, you know. And then Shamika was waiting for me, and I'm outside from the restaurant, and here was Kristy Glass, and she wanted to talk about my sweater. So I think I might be the last one talking about my Rhinebeck sweater. Yeah, but it was great. Then we got our donuts. Then we were happy. Then I said sorry to Ashby for freaking out, but I was like really worried that I'm gonna need to find them, you know, all around the fair. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, things like that happen, you know. It was so funny. And then we went to eat dinner. Shop at the garage of an actual shop, which is amazing. I love the idea. Leah Stickles is the owner, and her husband Matt is running the front store, and they are really nice people. I loved being there. They were great. I only saw Leah for a minute on Saturday because she had a booth in the fair, so I didn't really see her afterwards, but it was okay. People were coming to see the trunk show and also the knitting garage shop. It was great. I also ran into Melissa and Lisa from Espace Tricot again. They were great. They took a picture of us, of the three of us, and it was really a humbling and nice moment. I also had with me this beautiful Origami Mami shawl, which is in pre-orders on my website, and it's actually designed for the random knits. So the random knits, it's a pouch that you get 3 random skeins, and if you're scared, you can just order the original colorways that Lise Degen, the designer, used. So it was really great. They loved the idea of that. They found it really funny and smart. So it was a really nice compliment. Thank you. So yeah, and I had at the time the shop with me because Lindsay gave it to her friends for me to have and show around. You can also find it on the Untangled by Kristy Glass video, because Kristy took a video of me explaining what it was because she found it really interesting, and I'm really thankful. Thank you, Kristy, for taking that, recording that. Yeah, and then there was also a bunch of ladies coming from Texas. Oh my god, their energy, they were so friendly, so nice. I love them. I wanted to hug them and take them with me, or them to take me. One of them had her family video called her, so we just said, everybody said hello to her family. It was really, really a great evening. A lot of people came. It was an amazing time, and I really need to say again, thank you for you know, for having them for having me on their shop, the Knitting Garage, the Stickles family. So then we just drove back from the Rhinebeck area. We were all done. We were so tired. Oh my god, were completely tired. Me, Shamika, and Ashby went back. We had popcorn, snacks, chocolates, and stuff like that during the driving back. Then we just stopped in Ashby's home. We ate some pizza, and then we were back to our places. Okay, so that was my weekend, Rhinebeck weekend. On Monday though, I also had another adventure because I had said with Nancy from Knitty City to go to up in the Hudson Valley to see the Observatory Shop. So I wake up early in the morning and I took the subway and the train, and I got to see the Grand Central. Oh my god, how pretty is the Grand Central. It is amazing. It's so pretty. And Caroline from Bloom Handmade Studio came to take us from the train, and we walked up to the Observatory Shop where Amanda, who is the one of the two owners that we talked together in the summertime, welcomed us. And the shop, I loved it. It's amazing. They had a lot of loopy mango and Madeline Tosh yarns and thicker yarns. We also talked about my yarn and that they would be interested on carrying that. So that would be amazing. I loved learning about Amanda's background. She was a designer for Ralph Lauren and Baby Gap. She was designing sweaters. So it was really interesting of how she evolved from the fashion industry to having her own place. She wanted to have a yarn shop initially, but then with a friend, they wanted also something different. So they have also other beautiful things in their shop. So you should check it out if you don't know. Please follow them on their Instagram, the Observatory Shop. And I fell in love with this wrap. It's indigo dyed. She had several others, and it's, I think, from Africa, and I think it's from the Tuareg tribe, or one of the nomadic tribes that wrap themselves in the hot weather so they won't burn in the sun. And I love how the stitching is handmade, and I love that it has holes. It's not a perfect thing. Why buying not a perfect thing? Because it has history, and I felt I had a connection with that, and I wanted to take that baby with me. I love it. Look how precious this stitching is. I love it. I love it. And then I remembered that I didn't took the mending book, but it's okay. I can do this kind of stitch and mend things. Okay. So then we had sushi with the girls, and it was amazing. We were talking. Then with Nancy, we talked a lot. It was really a very relaxing day. I then decided to go and see the Brooklyn General Store and hang out a bit with Catherine. I also had been to String Things Studio the week before a couple of times. And also I went a couple of times the second week that I was there, because on that Friday I had a trunk show at String Things Studio that Felicia owns. And my god, Felicia, you're the best. She's so funny, she's hilarious, she's so straightforward. I love straightforward people. I don't like, people like and being diplomatic. You have to say something, just say it. You want to organize something, organize it, let me know. And I love this open and frank communication that I also did have with other shops, but I really liked, she was upfront, and I love that, being straight for things. And it was really cute because the first time that I went there, or the second time, she gifted me a Clinton Hill cashmere bespoke DK bowl. She just told me, just grab which color you want, and I went with red. I immediately thought about a hat, either for me, because I'm very cold easily, either for my boyfriend for when he goes for fishing. Yeah, a fishing warm hat. So maybe some cables, maybe. I haven't looked how many meters or pattern, but that's what I'm thinking of. So we had a String Thing Studio our trunk show on Friday, and it was great. It was really awesome. Shamika was there, of course. It was a smaller trunk show because we did it in the afternoon, because on Friday she has her knit nights. So if you want to hang out with beautiful knitters on Fridays, you can go to String Thing Studio. And it was really cool because her regulars were there, other people came to see me. One of her regulars saw me another day, knitting brioche over there, and she was like, oh my god, this is magic, how do you do it? And I'm like, if you're coming on Friday, I can teach you. And I did. I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to teach brioche because it's just something that comes really natural to me, and I haven't really thought of how to teach. But I taught her, and oh my god, she was taking things so easily. She made my work very easy, and it was amazing. I had my first student in brioche. Yes, I had other people buying yarn for the exploration station, for my designs. It was great. It was humble. It was amazing. When I'm saying my design, I'm talking about the Lise shawl that I actually haven't shown in a podcast. So here it is. It is 150 grams per each side, but you can have a just smaller version of it with 100 grams to each side. But I think when you do it a bit bigger, it just gives more. And I have pre-order kits on my website for you to choose between 2 color combos, but I think I'm gonna put some more while we're talking about it, but we'll see. I will let you know on my Instagram if I have new combos for it. It's definitely a thought that I have. Yes, and I was working in my cow, which is my new design, and I will be writing up the pattern this week, and hopefully until end of this week or next one it will be up and about. And I love it. Maybe you've seen some pictures on my Instagram. I really do love it. Okay, anyhow, going back to the String Thing Studio trunk show, it was great. I also was very happy because Cora Delark came and I had a bit more time to talk with him. I had seen him just briefly in Untangled, but he was really busy helping them out with Danielle from Gelma Darlings. And I also saw him a bit in Rhinebeck, but he was also, very crowded. I think all the ladies go crazy for Corrado, and I can definitely see why. He's such a sweetheart, and it was really great to have a bit more time to talk, and for him to show me his designs and me talking about mine and the yarns and all that. So it was really, really, really great. Yes. So it was amazing, an amazing night. And what did I get from String Thing? I didn't get yarn. No, I didn't. But I got some gifts. So somebody wanted a knitting row counter. My mom, actually. I wanted some DPNs because I said I'm gonna try and knit in DPNs. And so I got also another set. Yes. Hello, liking Digo babies. So these ones are for me, but my older set is going to go to my mom. Because my mom told me, like, if you find something that's not a very expensive interchangeable set, if you can have it for me. And I was like, I wanted the indigo one, so maybe I can give her my old one. So yes, I think that's gonna happen. Yeah, very happy. They're beautiful. I love them. Oh my god, I should open them for you to see them, but I'm already using 3 pairs. Yes, I love them. Okay, and the next day I had a big trunk show at Chelsea Yarns, which is in New Jersey, Rhinebeck area. And Amazing was coming with me, and we were in between either drive or take the train. But because there was really bad weather and they were saying flooding and everything, we said, okay, let's take the train. And we did, and it was cool. But when we arrived at the train station until we walked at the shop, we were soaked. Like, it was raining like crazy, but it was okay. We arrived, we were safe, we were great. The yarns was there. Christina from Chelsea Yarns was there. She's so cute. She's really, really great. And then her husband that makes the big kahunas was there. And actually, I had forgotten about the kahunas until that point. And then he just takes them out and says, oh yeah, baby, those are out. And I'm like, how big are those? How big? Do you want to see how big are those? Huge. When you see the pictures of them on Instagram, you don't really realize how big they are. And then I put it next to my head and boom, you understand. It's huge. And he gives also those really cute pouches to have them inside. So this was one of them. I had to have this one. And then the second one he had was this one. I love blues, but I wouldn't pick this bluish one for some reason, but I would definitely pick that one. So Lise, what are both of these babies are doing here with you? I had the idea of making a sweater holding those two together. Don't ask me which pattern. I don't know. Don't ask me when. I don't know. But those babies were meant to be together. So I didn't got one kahuna, but 2 kahunas. Yes, very happy. And then they got an email. Do you have any big kahunas? And I was like, no, baby. No, they don't. I have them. So that's what I got. Chelsea Yarns, it was a very great trunk show. I loved her shop, Christina's shop. It's really, really beautiful. It has this huge table where you can sit and knit. She has beautiful yarn. Her own hand-dyed yarn is amazing. Danielle from Get My Darlings was there, and we took some videos, very fun. We ate together with Shamika. There was Cora, I think her name is Cora. I'm sorry if I don't remember your name correctly, but this girl, we met her on Rhinebeck, and she came with us, and damn it, she set up with us, and then we got back together at the city with Shamika. It was great. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Oh my god. And also, how precious is that? I had a client of mine. She must be a client like 2 years, maybe 3 years. She's following me like forever, Danielle. And she came and she hugged me, and she had a Dare Yourself by Maria Zilakou. Oh my god. And I was like, you have a Dare Yourself? Like, this collection meant so much to me. And then she started telling me how much I influenced her life, that I have no idea how much. And then she took out a book that I was reading. I don't even remember when I was reading that. The Engineering of a Yogi by Sadhguru. And she's like, when you talked about this book, I had to get it, and then it changed my life, and I thank you for that. And I was like, oh my God, like, thank you for coming and showing me this. Like, I had no idea, you know. And yeah, really, I had no idea, because I don't consider myself, you know, as the very big name or very big successful one. And that's why I was saying to that girl that when she was saying her teeny tiny podcast, it doesn't matter. Some people see you, some people are touched by what you're doing, and you're making it for you and for them and whoever wants to embrace that. And I love that. And I realized that it was a big part for her in her life, and as for me, someone else is. And I was really touched, and it was a very, very emotional time for me, yes, in this shop. So thank you, Danielle, for coming and telling me all those wonderful things, and for reaching out. It was really special meeting you, really, really special. I also had my second student of brioche, who was Miriam. Miriam, the other half on Chelsea Pearl's podcast. And she liked my design, but she was like, oh, it's brioche, I can do it. I'm like, yes, you can. And yes, you can. And I'm like, you have to make an exploration station. She chose her yarns. I helped her. And then she's like, yeah, but I had started an exploration station, but I stopped at the brioche section. I'm like, no, you can't stop. No. So I'm like, I will teach you now. And if you have any other problem, just come and, you know, text me and we'll figure it out. We'll FaceTime each other. And we sat, and she did it. She did learn brioche. I told her just to practice a bit every day in this little sample that we did. I hope she does, and I hope she will feel much more confident with it, because she can do it. She was doing it in no time. Yes. It's just that, you know, when you're doing something new, at some point, you're just doing it, and then you're like, oh, am I doing it correctly? And then you mess up. Just have the confidence. You can do it, Miriam. I'm with you. Okay, so I have a few things that I was just talking and rambling about my trunk shows, but I haven't shown you what I got from places. So, from Knitty City, I wasn't looking at yarn, okay? I wasn't looking. I swear I wasn't looking at yarn. But this baby was just a bit outside, and I just passed next to it. And okay, you understand, it's orange. Guys, it's orange. It's not my fault, okay? And it's Emma's crazy, beautiful color. It has crazy and color and beautiful. Like, hello, it has to be mine. And the name is, I just saw that the name is that. The name is Knitty City. Oh my God, I just realized that now. Okay, so I love it even more now because I love Knitty City. So I got the Knitty City yarn, and it's, or wait, no. I'm silly. The name isn't Knitty City. It's just their tag with the price Knitty City. How silly am I? But I loved it for a second. It really works. Okay, so this is Emma's yarn. Crazy beautiful color. The name is 10 Questions, and it's superwash merino, nylon and cashmere, MCN, but it's 150 grams. So it has 600 yards, 600 and something meters. So when I saw that this is 150 grams, I was like, maybe I can make a sweater if I found something else. Either another skein of that or something else. But I went and see, and just next to it, there was this green. So it's a deep mossy green. and I love it. And this is Kale. So Kale with 10 questions are going to be a sweater. I don't know which sweater, but striped sweaters, woo, we have a ton on Ravelry, right? Yes, so I enabled myself to have those. Then I went with Shamika to Woolyn, and I wanted to take something from there, and I found this beautiful worsted from Knitted With worsted, and I love this color. I didn't know what I wanted to make, but this screamed baby for me, something for a baby. And actually I have a friend of mine, she has a baby girl this summer. She gave birth, and this is the storyteller, so it's perfect. And I'm thinking a baby cardigan. I'm not sure which one, but I've made the three ways something cardigan, and I loved it, and it was really cute. And I took 2 of them to make the 12 months. Yeah, 1-year-old. So even if she doesn't wear it now, she will be able to wear it maybe next year. Yes, and that's it. I don't have any other things to show you. I showed you, I think, everything. I might forget something. It's not on purpose. I'm sorry, people, if I forget something, but yeah, that's it. Okay, so then the touristic things that I've done were museums. I went to the MoMA Museum, as I told you already. I loved it. Jackson Pollock, Be Still My Heart. Oh. Then I wanted to go to the Guggenheim, but every time I was saying to go to the Guggenheim, for some reason it was on Thursdays, and on Thursdays the Guggenheim Museum is closed. Hello, Lise, keep up. So I was like, it's okay, you know. I didn't end up going, but I went to the Met, and I loved it. They had a collection of Dutch painters, and so I went there, and then I just, you know, walked and walked. I went to the Greek stuff they have. I say Greek stuff because, you know, ancient Greece, we know all about it, but it was great to see the huge collection that they have there. I went also to the indigenous part that they have, and then I went to the modern art that they have, and this is really my jam. I love it. I've studied, I've read, and I read still a lot of books about artists, how they lived, their influences. It's something that I really love. They also had beautiful Pollock's paintings, but the one that really for some reason struck me, and I actually cried, and I actually thought that for me the perfect thing to do museum is to be myself. It is that I can be very emotional. For some reason, if I see a painting that means something to me, or it has meant something for me in some period of my life, or there's a connection of some whatever with the painter or the painting, I can start crying. I don't know, I felt very emotional to it, and it's like there's a bond. So yeah, it might sound really crazy, maybe I am in some level really crazy. Actually, yeah, trili in Greek is crazy. So yes, I am definitely a percentage of crazy. But when I saw the first Modigliani, I was like, oh my god. And then I turn and see the second one is a painting of Jane, his partner. And if you know their story, you know that it's a very sad story. I don't know, like even talking about it, it was like, yes. It's funny because if I had, you know, just read a bit about the Met, I would know that those paintings were there. I would be emotional, but I was really surprised to see them, and it caught me out of guard. And it was like, okay, now I need a moment to cry a bit, and then I'll go. Yes, and it was one of those moments. It was great, but yeah, me just talking about it right now, it makes me feel like, I don't know, like my heart is exploding for some reason. Okay. Then, of course, eating out, amazing. Eating out, eating out, eating out. My partner in crime, Shamika, I love you, Shamika. You are the best. Thank you for taking me wherever we were, or thank anyone for suggesting where to go and eat. Then I walked the Brooklyn Bridge with some friends. It was really cool. It was really fun. I was scared that I was going to be cold because I'm very easily cold, and it was windy the other days. So I was like, my God, we're going to be on the bridge and it's windy. But that day it was really cloudy but not windy, so I was okay. I survived. I went also to the Museum of Illusions, which was pretty fun. I wish that I was there with friends to take fun pictures and enjoy it more. But it's a cool little museum and it's really interesting. You know, again, optics, vision, tricks, and all that. I love it. I love it. And then in the last couple of days, I was with family and we went to the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. And for some reason, as a kid, I really like going into cemeteries. I found them really peaceful. Maybe it is very morbid. But I think cemeteries are very peaceful and they can be beautiful places. Most places are. And Sleepy Hollow was one of those places. It's very historical and it's a bit of a very dramatic scenery as well because there's the hill and everything. And for some reason I was drawn to, because I had finished my cowl and I needed pictures. I was taking pictures of my cowl and of my shawl, and I was thinking, oh my God, at some point somebody is gonna tell me like, are you crazy? Why are you taking pictures of tombs, you know? And I felt a bit, you know, maybe it's not really correct what I'm doing here, but I was like, it's okay, just do it, you know. The light was perfect and I really liked it for taking pictures. And at some point, a woman came to me and she's like, that's a funny place to take pictures of your shawl. And I said, yes. And I was ready, you know, to say, yes, I'm sorry if it's, you know, offending. And she was like, but it's a great idea. Are you a designer? Is it that your design, that's why you're taking pictures? I'm like, well, I've actually designed those too. And I'm just starting doing that, but actually I'm a hand dyer from Greece. I'm a hand dyer and this is my yarn. And she was like, are you from the neighborhood? And I'm like, no, I'm from Greece. Oh my God, you've traveled so far. So we started talking, and she actually a really new owner of a shop, and I wish her the best. It is, oh my God, the shop name is U and U as EWE Fibers. Yes, something like that. I will put the name. And she was really friendly, and she was like, oh, here's my card, you know, just let me know your details or wherever you're back. And then she took all her family and went their way, and then I just continued taking pictures. So it was really random, really funny. My boyfriend's cousin was like, okay, things like that can only happen to you, like, really, Liz? You know, it was really random, but great. I love this kind of things. And the last things I did, the last day I did, last Monday, was with Shamika. She told me that really next to her work, there's this place. It's a bookstore with a Japanese bookstore. Like, Japanese. I love whatever is Japanese. I love it. Maybe because I have a French background as well, and France is the first translator of manga and anime. Maybe that's why I'm really fascinated with Japan. I love Japan. I need to go to Japan. So, you know, Japan yarn shop owners, please, you know, just invite me and I will come. Or I will invite myself, you know. Okay, I'm going crazy. And it was my last day, so I didn't have a lot of money to spare, and I was like, okay, I need to get one thing, and I did. I don't know how to read Japanese, but thankfully their patterns have charts. Okay, they have other symbols too, so I will have to get to know those too, but I'm really happy. And actually I got this one because of one sweater. I need this sweater in my life. Do you understand me? I need it. I want it. I am selfish and I want it. Yes, I am. Okay. I really do. I love it. The book has really great other patterns. A lot of things with cables and stuff like that. I also took out another book that I have for Icelandic knitting, but it's a Japanese book and it has all those beautiful graphics, and I should, yeah, buckle up and do something with them because they're really pretty, they're really awesome, and it's a pity, you know, not having great things when you can have great things, right? Okay. And last but not least, we went also to David's Tea because I needed to have some David's Tea in my life, and I took the Buddhism blend and then the throat rescue because I have throat issues. Yes. So this is going to be a really big podcast. I will try to have the times of whatever section I'm saying and talking about things. Thank you for watching. Be on the lookout either on Instagram, Trillis_color_is_power, for this beautiful cowl that's going to be out. And or if you want to purchase my show a la Lise, there's also, it is also available as a pattern if you want a printed version of the pattern and has more pictures and a bit more details about the pattern, and it also comes with a code for Ravelry. So the a la Lise show, this is gonna be called, you will see. No, that's not the name. You will see how it's gonna be called. And yeah, that was it. So thank you for watching. If you like this big mumbling and rambling, and whenever I want, I will be putting a podcast, you can subscribe and you'll be notified if you touch this little bell just next to it. Otherwise, you can see me either on Instagram, Trillis_color_is_power, or Facebook Trillis page. And I'm also as Trillis on Ravelry. So thank you again for watching. Have a great, wonderful weekend. Well, if that goes up on the weekend. Have a great day, great life, great knitting, and also great color in your life, because color is power, fiber is our weapon. Embrace it.